Landmines and jellyfish. Welcome back to Knives, I guess. And does anyone else remember Pogs? I just think they're neat. But last night we did a live stream and we went in on the Crescent tool CPK350. This is what the D20 of Destiny picked out for us. Let's take a look at what we got here. And first things first, and most importantly, the pocket clip is tip up, which is the Lord's carry. The Amazon listing says composite scales, which I'm assuming is either FRN or polypropylene. This feels more like polypropylene than FRN. It's not G10, it's not micarta, so we're going with polypropylene. We got a flipper tab, so let's flick the bean. We got a 3.5 inch harpoon blade in 5CR15, and it's on bearings. The pivot's a little tight, so you got to shake it pretty hard to get it to close, but it does the thing. And, we went in on this thing. And, it's weird. We had a weird experience. So, this was bought for the Super Budget Showdown, and if you haven't seen that, it's a 10-episode series that's on one of the playlists. It was fun to make. It should be kind of interesting to watch, but because of that, it had somewhere from going through a miniature cardboard slayer to see how long it took to stop, doing the things cleanly. The paper cut, shaving. So we took the strops out and we honed it back to the factory edge or really close to it and started working on it. And this thing took second place overall in the Super Budget Showdown. It did really well. It got beaten by the Duratech Tools knife, but you'll have to watch the series to see how all that went down. But so we had some edge wear when we started, and we honed it back into good shape. It was doing the paper cut cleanly. It was starting to shave again. And in spite of all that, it came out swinging. It did come out swinging. It's got a deep hollow grind, and it was still cutting really smoothly even with that hollow grind. In Cardboard Slayer, a hollow grind is kind of a detriment. It makes it harder to push through that cardboard and keep doing cuts. But even with all that going for it, it crapped out after an hour. Like, it totally crapped out. Let's take a look at the cut on paper, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. The area that did most of the cutting is just wiped. I mean, wiped out. Like, this is some of the worst edge wear we have seen on anything yet. Like, you can see, it does not want to continue that cut. That part of the edge is just shot. And, that was kind of a surprise and a disappointment. I know it's 5CR15. But we've had worse steels still do a little bit better than that, and we've had nicer steels, but on an absolutely wrecked edge before we started, also do better. So, I was expecting hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes maybe, but no, this thing just went. And, Group Conscience decided we toss this to the side and grab a different knife, and we'll take a look at that in the next video. But it just sucked. Now, it's got a good bit going for it, otherwise. It's the ergos on it are good. It carried in the waistband really well. It carried in the pocket really well. The dingus into the pocket clip is good. The liner lock is pretty nice. It's well centered. Like, it's got a lot of quality built into it until you hit that blade. And if you're not in a hard use environment, it still works well enough. It does everything you need to. But yeah, once you start pushing it really hard, it just does not like it. Now, in August of 23, I bought this for $11.99. And that was a pretty fair price for it. Cheap knife performance. It's gone up to $16.28 now. And this is kind of like with McDonald's forgetting their place. McDonald's is supposed to be the cheap option, and the prices keep going up, and it's ridiculous. Like, you stop there and you leave, and it's like $15 for one person when it should be like $6. This is kind of the same case. It forgot its place. The price gets bumped up, and at $12. Pretty good value. Over that, you're starting to get into territory where you got to pass on it. And a little over $16, you can start getting better knives there pretty easily. Like, they're still going to be cheap knives. Don't get it twisted. But you can do better than this. And this thing beat out the Harbor Freight Gordon knife in the showdown. However, seeing these results, the Gordon knife would smash this thing out. Even on a factory edge, that thing went 2.5 hours, and with a new edge on it, it just went. And I'm pretty sure if we put a new edge on this and reprofiled it down to the standard issue 15 degrees, it probably would have done a lot better. But on that factory edge, Jesus Christ, it crapped out. So, again, at the current price, I'd say just pass on it. But, you know, we did have some guys that saw the videos and bought one and used it and really liked it. You know, it did what they needed it to pretty well. And it did what I needed it to pretty well up until Cardboard Slayer, and we really pushed that edge. You know, we threw it a mix of everything. We went with the regular cardboard. We went with the hardcore cardboard. And, you know, so it did things, and it sliced so well starting off. Like, that's kind of what surprised me. It did so good right out the gate, and it just crapped out so fast. So yeah, this was an interesting experience. The live stream was a ton of fun. If you haven't dropped by a live stream, check one out. You know, we do Cardboard Slayer, we check the edge, and I get to hang out with you guys. And that one was a lot of fun. It was a weird one. It really got weird, but so much fun. But you guys know I love sharing with you the results of Cardboard Slayer after it happens and what happened with the edge. This is what happened. Dear God, it did badly. So, that's that. All that being said, thanks for looking at my crap. Subscribers, you guys are awesome. Y'all keep coming in. I am so grateful y'all are here. I appreciate your time so much. Comments, I love some feedback. If you bought one of these, let me know what you think about the performance in Cardboard Slayer, or what do you think about the price on this, or anything else. And all that being said, y'all have a nice day.